All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. We're going to be looking at the trailer for Warframe The Vallis Undermind. But we're not just watching the explosions, we're listening. We're going to figure out how they tell a whole complete story with just a few lines of dialogue. It's kind of brilliant, actually. I mean, really think about it for a second. How is that even possible? How can a couple of sentences give you a hero, a couple of villains, a whole world, a mission with life or death stakes, and a creepy conclusion? It's like a masterclass in storytelling efficiency. So let's break it down line by incredible line. Okay, so first things first, you gotta start strong, right? You need to get your audience up to speed and fast. Well, the first two lines of this trailer, they do it with like surgical precision. Bam, right there. That first line is everything. Notice it's not a hero has arrived. It's so you're who they sent. They're talking directly to you. In one sentence, you're not just watching the story, you are the story. You've been cast as the main character. And this is absolutely crucial. The whole thing is built on this idea. You're not some bystander. No, you're the one who is sent down to help. You're the agent of change here. Everything that happens next, it's because you just showed up. And I love this next line because it feels so real. It's not some formal declaration of war. It's just, we got invasives moving in. The language is super informal, almost slang, whiz-bangs and zap-zaps, you know? It makes the threat feel immediate and personal. This isn't some distant problem. It's happening right here, right now. So, we know our role, and we know there's trouble. But who exactly are these invasives? Well, as it turns out, we've got more than one problem on our hands. Okay, meet villain number one. Just listen to that voice. It's so arrogant, so possessive. The goal here is crystal clear. Conquest. This person isn't just attacking, they're moving in. They want to take over the Deepmines and make it their home. So we've got a turf war. But that's not all. And then we get this guy. Whoa, the language totally changes. Purge, filthy fungus. This isn't about taking over territory. This is ideological. It's about total extermination. So in just two lines, we learn we're fighting a two-front war against two completely different enemies with two completely different and, frankly, terrifying motivations. Okay, so we're the hero, we know who we're fighting, but what exactly are we supposed to do? What's our actual mission? And more importantly, what's at stake? Now, this line is just jam-packed. You hear Nokko's sprawlings, and you immediately know, okay, these are the folks who are in trouble. We have a name for the victims. And spongicide, that's the specific weapon being used against them. It makes the threat feel so much more real than just they're in danger. So let's connect the dots here. That filthy fungus the corpus want to purge? Yep, that's them, the sproudlings. These aren't just plants. They're sentient creatures. They're allies. And they're about to be wiped out. All of a sudden, this mission, it has a heart. It really, really matters. And this just lays it all out, plain and simple. It boils down to a clear, powerful conflict. Our goal? Make sure the corpus never touch them. Their goal? We must purge. The battle lines couldn't be clearer, and the stakes, the very survival of a species, are sky high. Every good story gives you a resolution, a sense of closure. But a great story leaves you with a little something extra, something to chew on. And the last few lines here, they do both, perfectly. And there it is, that feeling of victory. This line tells us, hey, you did it. The mission was a success. The sprawlings are safe. It's a really satisfying end to the immediate problem. But, wait for it, the story isn't quite over. And boom, the hook. Just when you think you've won, you get this absolutely chilling warning. It implies that beating the bad guys was the easy part. The real danger might be the place itself. The threat isn't just external anymore. Now it's about what this place could do to you. So let's just pull back for a second and appreciate what just happened. With less than a dozen lines of actual dialogue, they built an entire world and an entire story, right in front of us. I mean, just look at what we learned. We know our role, we're the hero. We know the setting, the Deepmines of the Vallis. We have the conflict, a two-front invasion. We've got our antagonists. One wants land, the other wants genocide. We have a clear mission, save the Sprawlings. And we absolutely know the stakes. It's about life and death, and maybe even our own sanity. That is an entire, complete story, all built in just a few moments. Incredible. And really, that's the magic of it all. The narrative has done its job flawlessly. It's set the stage, it's defined the conflict, and it's put you right in the center of it all. It tells you everything you need to know, except for how it ends. Because that part, well, that part's up to you.